think most of us have completed that now. Is that right? I think so.
There were 27 participants in the special course on handling and shipping of hazardous materials, and who better to conduct this education than a shipping company? In this case, it was Tropical Shipping. Tropical's port manager, Tim DiPietropolo, explained the significance of the two-day seminar.
What this does is it allows really to have safer roads throughout the Turks and Caicos, where hazardous materials such as propane gas, chlorine gases, all the different commodities that were used in our day-to-day hotels, businesses, restaurants, so that we all know the safe handling of these materials in the event of any accident. That's why we've involved our customers as well as the fire service.
DiPietropolo reminded of the U.S. Homeland Security's heightened state of security ever since the tragedy of September 11th, and so they call this a proactive approach, a way to ensure clients are in the know.
We need to make sure that our customers who ship these materials are able to have the paperwork required to make it a smooth transition so that customers can get their cargo in a timely manner.
And Tropical brought in their own specialist to ensure the information was cutting edge and comprehensive. Harry Lux, safety manager for the company, assured that no event in the TCI sparked this endeavor. But with the globalization of markets and increased demand for safety, Tropical is taking an initiative which is said to be working to mutual advantage.
I've spent the last 2 years traveling from Trinidad all the way back up in here to the United States, doing these particular courses, trying to educate people on international rules versus what U.S. rules would be. And there are some differences between the two. And with the movement of the cargo being a hazardous materials, many times we feel it just being commodities, whereas it really is a hazardous material, can be used in many other ways, such as weapons of mass destruction. So we want to ensure that everyone is in the supply chain is tied into the hazardous material movements.
This two-day course, which came with a test at the conclusion so there could be certification, began on Wednesday, and it will ensure that documentation, handling, and knowledge are universal. And in case you don't feel there is anything coming to the TCI which could be considered deadly or dangerous, Mr. Lux explained.
Most of your hazardous materials are normal commodities that you would use around your household. So you go into your hardware stores or whatever, you find all kinds of hazardous materials, from paints, thinners. You go into your drugstores, you can find hazardous materials, things like nail polish remover, which is really acetone just put into a small little package. So there's all types of different commodities of hazardous materials. But we do bring in bulk shipments, which you would need is, say, your propane gases or gasoline, diesel fuels. All those are usually in larger type of packages in tanks and present more of a hazard should a release or a leak occur.
Lux gave a sample of what has been discussed.
One of the big things is what we call the consignment procedures. And the consignment procedures is basically starts with the labeling of the packages and putting the product in the correct type of package. So if it's a hazardous material, for instance, you can't just use any cardboard box. There is UN specification for those packaging. So we do.
The sessions concluded Thursday and included private companies and public representation like the fire department.